this. Perfectly cooked. Welcome, we're going to be doing some long form format today. Today we're going to be using the rotisserie, cooking some lamb rump, and then we'll put it on some sliders, which we'll do inside a little bit later once the sun goes down. Let's talk about what we're using today. So we've got the Wildfire Pits rotisserie here. This is a nice portable rotisserie, made for pretty much any campfire. It's got 4 AA batteries, little button to turn it off and on. Nice little groove there, that way it can sit on the side of the kettle, and then something to balance at that end, and of course hooks, that's where we'll put the meat on. This is awesome, massive battery life on here. Let's get right into it. Let's talk flavors. So we're going to be seasoning this beautiful lamb rump today in the Adventure seasoning. So this one's got no pepper in there. Salt, raw sugar, lemon, orange, garlic, ginger, whole shebang. Absolutely wonderful. We're then also going to make a bit of a salad to go on top of the little sliders that we'll do. We've got some Flavorista's maple bourbon balsamic that we'll dress that one in. And then can't forget the hot sauce, Australian buffalo sauce Veronika. This is a nice cherry and apple hot sauce. We're going to mix that with some Kewpie a little bit later and make a nice little mayo. Okay, so we've got this beautiful lamb rump from Australian Steak Co. Lamb rump is absolutely one of my favorite cuts of lamb to cook and eat, because there's no bones in there. It's beautifully tender the whole way through. Absolutely unreal, max flavor, not too gamey. Some people complain about lamb being a little bit gamey. Starts off with a good boning knife. Got my boning knife from Medeiros, Australia. I'm going to just score the fat cap at first. Don't want to go too deep. All this is going to do is just help that fat render down a little bit more, and it's going to just help stop the lamb from curling too much. Because I'm only cooking for myself, I'm not going to trim any of it. It's got a nice fat cap sitting along this side just here. I might have trimmed that off if I was feeding others, but I'm not, so I'm not too fussed. And the back is absolutely perfect. Not really much to do there. I could take that off. Could take some of that off, which I will, now that I've scraped it. Just like that. But other than that, that's the lamb rump. Let's get into seasoning. So as I said, I'm going to be using the Adventurer today. On the Adventurer here, as I said, no pepper. It's got a nice beautiful ginger twist in there, but for the most part it's quite a fresh rub, particularly when it comes to the orange and the lemon that shines through. I'm just going to sprinkle this nice and generously. Now, I think a lot of people under-season a lot of their products, a lot of their meat, so I like to go nice and heavy. There's a decent amount of salt in this rub to cater for those that do go a bit too light. And I get all the sides. And something I don't normally do is season the fat cap, but because we're going on a rotisserie today, let's go for it. Let's season away. Nice light seasoning on the fat cap. So that's it. All seasoned up there, looking absolutely stunning. So I'm now going to let this one sit here for about 5 minutes. I want all the sugars and the salts to dissolve, so that way it goes nice and caramelized once it's cooking over the briquettes. So for this cook, we're going to be cooking on the rotisserie. We've got 2 charcoal baskets. We've got the Weber kettle. We're going to be setting this one up so that way the lamb rump will be sitting straight through the middle there, and the rotisserie hanging from one side straight to the other. We're going to use briquettes. Today we're using olive whip briquettes. I mostly fill both up. So I'm not going to use a charcoal chimney today. On this kettle, I've got nice little divots down the bottom here, so that's where I'm going to put the fire lighters in. Light that fire lighter. Chuck the pips on. We'll come back when they're completely ashed over. Okay, let's get this lamb on the rotisserie. So as I said, I've got the rotisserie here, 4 AA batteries, got my nice pronged hooks, looking nice and long because I'm close to the camera. But we're just going to skewer it on and have a good time. We're going to go straight in and pop her out the other end. Without stabbing myself. Perfect. And with these next skewers, these are just going to help stabilize it a little bit. Push it on through until they start to poke out. Perfect. It's looking pretty good. So it's now going to sit on there. The rotisserie itself just turns on. So all I'll be doing is putting it on the kettle, turn it on, and it'll slowly start spinning. Let's go over to the kettle and chuck her on. Okay, so these are almost ashed over. I'm more than happy that they're going to continue going on through. So we're just going to separate them a little bit, one on each side. We'll readjust that one shortly. The next going to grab the rotisserie, and I've got this little doohickey over here, just see if I can hold it in place nicely. That's it. Now we're just going to turn it on and let it spin away. I might now take the charcoal just a little bit closer, catch some of that fat as it drips down, get it nice and roasty. We're going to come back and keep checking this one until she's probing around about where I want. We'll check it in, let's say, about half an hour. Some Kewpie. Squeeze it on in there as much or as little as you like. Here we've got the Veronika from Australian buffalo sauce. We're just going to pour a whole bunch of that in. As I said, this is a nice cherry and apple hot sauce. Nice and mild. And just give it a nice mix through. There we have it. Now we're going to go let that one sit in the fridge until we're ready. Got half a red onion, a little bit disappointing looking, but she'll still taste alright. Perfect. Nice thin slices. We'll mix this one through the salad. Okay, let's talk salad. Super easy. We're just going with spinach and rocket. We just picked up from Woolies because it was easy. And of course the red onion. First though, let's mix up the dressing. So we're going to start with just a little bit of olive oil. Pour it in there, not heaps. And then got this beautiful Flavorista's maple bourbon balsamic. Picked this one up on the weekend. Just going to crack that and pour a good amount in there. And we're just going to quickly mix that in. Dump in our vegetables, including the onion. Toss it all through. I've got a glove on. It's nice and easy. And if you don't think that this is quite wet enough or not enough balsamic or not enough olive oil, just add more. No issues whatsoever. There I have it. Nice little salad mixture that's going to go on the rolls. Let's go check out this this barbie. Okay, let's stop this lamb and let's just check, see that we're looking after the temperature. I like to measure in Fahrenheit, so we got 140-ish, 145. Beautiful, that's 147. Bit lower at 130 on that side. 140 in there, that's great. 60 Celsius, give or take. Well, I'm pretty content with that, so we're going to take that off and let's give it a bit of a rest. Okay, this lamb is now done, so we're going to let it rest for about 5 minutes, just steam, cool off a little bit. We'll then take it off the rotisserie and then we'll get ready to slice into it and start serving up. So while that meat's resting, we're just going to toast some of these ciabatta. And we're going to go put them on the kettle. Okay, so this lamb is rested enough. Let's take it off the rotisserie. Perfect. Check it out. Actually, I might flip it this way. Look at this. Perfectly cooked. Smells beautiful. Let's finish slicing it and then let's get these burgers put together. Figure before I'm going to put them together, let's just give it a taste. I'm going to go for a nice small piece that I've cut out just here. Nice amount of fat on this side. Cheers. Oh, instantly tender, smoky. I'll crap at describing words. Oh, I'm excited. All right, let's do these burgers. 1, 2. Italian buffalo sauce Veronika Kewpie that we made earlier. I'm going to start by giving it a nice generous amount on the bottom. 2 on each. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then we want a beautiful Flavourista balsamic salad. Right on the top. It's going to fall off, but that's because I went a bit too trigger happy again. Oh man, I wish you could smell this. It smells divine. And we're going to put our little toppers on. There we have it. Let's go jump in. Okay, we've waited for these. These are our beautiful lamb sliders. Let's just jump right in. Wow. I'm shit at describing words. Words can't describe this. I mean, I'll try and describe them because you can't actually taste what I'm eating. I can taste that nice, sweet, salty freshness on that lamb. The lamb flavor's coming through beautifully. Nice charcoal around the outside. That balsamic, oh, to die for. And of course, I get that nice, subtle hint of the Australian buffalo sauce Kewpie mayo. Let's wrap it up so I can go finish this and actually serve the family as well. Again, that was the Wildfire Pits Rotisseries. Absolutely wonderful. Massive thanks. Got my Australian brisket board, my Medieros knives, had them out today. Got the Adventurer, which is my seasoning. You can grab that now, mymitchadventures.myshopify.com. I've got Australian buffalo sauce and Flavourista as well. I've got links over on my Instagram. If you jump on my link tree, have a bit of a look through. But other than that, reach out if you have any questions, or let me know if you make this one. Catch you next time.